I got another buddy, Rob, there.
Any of your management?
I'm sorry?
Any of your management?
No, they're in Arizona. They're in Phoenix.
Oh, really? Even Coop?
Yeah. Coop and Jason are both in Phoenix.
Have you ever seen that video? It's super old. It's called Scottsdale Douches.
No. No.
As soon as you said that, I thought of Coop. I wonder if I've ever met Coop face to face.
Maybe at the games, maybe.
He's got a whole stable of athletes.
Yeah, he's got
who are kicking ass now.
The West Coast Classic. I mean, his girls swept the podium, and then two of his athletes took sixth, both sixth places. Man and female, male and female are both under Coop. Or lab or whatever.
I guess this question's kind of for both you and Matt. Do you ever feel that because your agents, when they expand, that you guys get neglected?
Sorry, say that again. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with like a little something on the side right now.
You go ahead and slap Bank of America around.
You deal with your $670,000 in debt over there, pal. We'll run this podcast, all right?
I really don't care if you guys text, by the way, when we're on the podcast. I really do your thing.
Yeah.
But
to answer your question, no, I don't feel like I get neglected in the sense because I would if I felt like if they weren't doing their job, right? If they weren't getting the things that I require as an athlete or as I guess I don't know what you want to call it. Someone being managed, I guess. If they weren't getting me the things that I needed, then I'd be like, what's going on here? Why am I paying you if you're not going to do the job for me and you're off doing other things? So for me, I've never had that feeling of neglect. And if I guess it. And I'm
does it help you when they have other athletes? Maybe it's a benefit.
It can be, they start to
some synergy.
Synergy, and they're probably.
Hey, sorry, I gotta jump off for a sec.
Good, beat it, nerd. And so, good. We're gonna hear his conversation. He doesn't realize it. But there's been times
Matt's too smart for that.
Yeah, there's definitely been times where me and like my management, we've had conversations, where maybe I was feeling a little bit somewhat neglected, and so we had a conversation and we fixed it, right? And it was like, and maybe it was just my perception and not even the reality, which is typical, man. I think that's a thing that a lot of us deal with, right? Is we have our perception and that becomes our reality, and a lot of times it's not the case, right? It's what we perceive to be true, and then we hear the real story, and you're like, oh, that's what you're doing? Okay, cool. Like, we're good. Like, that's all I needed to hear. Maybe just having better communication sometimes can definitely help when you're dealing with your management. And that's it's been a struggle. It's not been a struggle, but it's been a work in progress for us.
And I was thinking along the lines of like he might get like Danielle Brandon a bikini sponsor, and then tell you about it, and you'll be like, "Fuck, I'll put on a bikini for that much money." Next thing you know, you got a thong on.
Yeah, that's that kind of stuff is gonna be, you're gonna, and my brand won't fit every sponsorship that they deal with for other athletes, right? Like, that's what's so cool about the CrossFit world is you have a lot of different brands in the space, and your brand isn't going to fit. Like, you can't take offense if a company doesn't want to work with you. That's how I've always tried to look at it, because my brand doesn't fit their brand, and it's not even like, hey, I want to work with it. If I really wanted to work with them, I'd ask and be like, hey, how can we work together? But if we don't fit, if our brands don't fit, then it doesn't make sense anyways, right? Because it's not going to be authentic, it's not going to be organic, and people are going to be like, yeah, Josh Bridges is selling bikinis. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
He's all that is man. He doesn't wear bikinis.